welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. I was trying to time this. But it seems like I may not have hit my mark. What do I mean by that? Well, for my 750 subscriber video, I was going to try and time this video coming out. At the time of this recording, I'm currently sitting at 734 subscribers. By the time this video comes out, hopefully I will have reached 750. If not, then I look like an ass on YouTube. I look like a complete and total ass on YouTube. However, the reason why I'm making such a big fuss about this is because I'm going to start bringing you all a new series. And this new series is entitled Restricted Freedom. Now, my stress test videos, that was me just using the weapon and seeing how good it is, you feel me? Restricted Freedom is my way of showing you all how you can train to play like me, if you want to do that. But if you just enjoy what I do and how I do it, and watching me do it, that's fine too. But to those of you who watch how I play and say, damn, I want to play like him. Well, here is the third step in your ladder of playing like me. Number one, you gotta learn the game. Number two, you got to know your favorite weapon. Number three is this. What is this exactly? Look at the bottom right hand corner of your screen. 4 rounds. Only 4 rounds. Now, why is that so important? You can't get into any gunfights when you have only 4 rounds. All you can do is headshot people. And that's it. Either you shoot them in the head, or you end up dead. Because you have no ammunition to fight back. You see what I'm saying? Now, there's no better way to explain this shit than what you're about to see unfold in front of your eyes. Yeah, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. You only take 4 rounds of ammunition. If you miss one shot, there goes 25% of your combat capacity. You're at 25% more combat ineffective. Either you get 4 headshots and become a threat, or you get no headshots and you leave. Now, I understand what you're about to ask me, but Jet, what happens when you find more ammunition? That's your reward for pulling off a single headshot. Yeah. If you find more ammunition, you can keep it and you can use it. But if you fire off all 4 rounds and you miss, guess what? You gotta scavenge. And then that weapon on your back matters a whole lot more. A whole lot more. Now, for me, taking out my VSS like this, in this kind of condition, is stressful. And it's probably the most stressful. Or actually, let me back up. The second most stressful. Why is that the case? What other weapon uses the VSS's ammunition? None. Exactly. Even if the lobby is boosted, what are your odds of finding 9x39mm ammunition? Slim to none. My point is this: the VSS and its ammunition is rare on the field and in players' hands. Sweats don't use a VSS. They use a Sumi. They use a Bugle. They use an M16. They use an SVU. Even though the VSS and SVU are pretty much twin brothers, except one has longer arms and shorter hands, an SVU does not carry VSS ammunition and vice versa. So if you kill a sweat with an SVU with a VSS, if you kill a sweat that is using an SVU and you killed him by sending one bullet to his head with a VSS, you got another weapon, hooray. But you can't refill your primary weapon, you gotta rely on a secondary weapon. Okay, that's fine. This adds a whole new layer onto what stealth means in this game, in my opinion. Now, how did I come up with this idea? It's been in the back of my head ever since 500 subscribers, to be honest with you. But I wanted to keep it off stream and I wanted to keep it under radar until now. Because now that I have a whole lot of people following me, and hopefully we're going to reach 1,000 subscribers here pretty soon, if we have already reached 750 at the time of this recording. If not, then I look like a complete and total ass. What you're going to see in future videos is this. Me taking out my favorite weapons and only loading them with 4 bullets. Only 4. Now, like I said, that shit's stressful. But it's teaching me what it's like to take stealth to the next level. And you too, if you decide to pull this off. Now, I believe there are some weapons you purely just can't do this with. Sumi, to name one. That's all I can remember for right now. That's all I can really tell you right now. MP5, you can, but it's going to be really hard. Really hard. AUR A1, forget it. L85, you can make that shit work. Now, is there a formula to what weapons are good for this kind of challenge? Scope. Good bullet velocity. If not, you know your bullet velocity and your bullet drop. And a steady hand. Or in this case, a steady thumb. But yeah. So in the next, well, in future videos, you're going to see me do this exact same tactic with all the weapons that I usually play. Not every weapon down the list, because then that would mess up my muscle memory, and I can't pull off these nice clean headshots that y'all like to see on stream. But all the weapons that I use. You understand me? And so, with that out the way, if you want to play like how I play, try this out. Because then you're limiting yourself. You can't get into any gunfights. You don't have any ammunition. One shot to the head, 1 kill. If you miss, you got 3 more tries. Miss again, you got 2 more tries. But by that point, the guy should be coming after you. So then what do you got to do? Re-stealth and try it again. Rinse and repeat, but you only got 2 more chances. Miss your 3rd bullet, this shit ain't cut out for you. And I'll point that out as a tough love kind of thing. If you can't wait for the guy to drop his guard and read his actions and wait for him to drop his guard, how are you going to pull off a headshot? How? If he never stops moving, or unless you're a very good player and you can hit moving headshots, that's good for you. This challenge may not even be a problem for you. But to all my new players out there who don't know how moving headshots work, or are not great at them, I would advise you to wait. Wait as long as possible. Because then, It's going to be really simple for you to pull off said headshot. And it's going to be even more rewarding when you pick up said weapon that they had on them. And all of a sudden, you got a secondary full of ammunition. Now, here's the other benefit to this that I didn't explain explicitly. You got more room to loot. Yeah. When you take 4 rounds into your weapon, that's 4 rounds. There's no extra ammunition in your inventory. What did I just say? You have more space for loot. Now, if I do like how I usually do and take out 60 rounds, 11 rounds goes into the weapon, and then the other 49 is sitting in my inventory. Ammunition does not give you experience. Ammunition just gives you the psychological push to be like, I got ammunition. I can keep fighting. Maybe I can kill this guy. And then that's when you both get locked into a 3-minute gunfight and y'all don't kill each other. However, if you would have taken out just 4 rounds and been like, let me wait and see if this guy drops his guard, then you headshot him. And all of a sudden, you got another weapon, more ammunition, and his loot. And remember, you don't have anything else with you, so you take all of his loot plus his shit ton of ammunition. And then you can go out and play like how you usually do. Or you can try to pull off even another headshot with your 3rd bullet in your magazine. I'm gonna say this. This challenge is not for the faint of heart. This challenge is not for the guys who like to go prone and spray. This challenge is not for the guys that don't know what stealth means. This challenge is for the people who maybe want to try something different. Now, I know there's a whole 0 to hero thing. I do know that. And I've done that before. You've seen it on the channel. But, I mean, yeah, that's cool and all. But I don't really take enjoyment in that. Not as much as this. And when I say this, I don't mean this one video. Like I said, there are some more coming up. And trust me, you don't want to miss them. So I know I've talked a lot about this challenge, and I haven't talked a lot about this gameplay. Because when you have only 4 rounds, you tend to be really reserved until you know for a fact you know where the guy is, and you know for a fact you're above him, and you know for a fact you can tap him in the head one time and end his life. I do have a para, only 15 rounds. The para has the same scope as an AUR A1. Can't land headshots with that shit. Can't. It fires fast. You know that. But no. Cannot land headshots with that scope, let alone that stupid ass circle in the middle of the scope. Understand what I'm saying? And so, I decide to call it, a good game. Walk in here, find this container, get it, and dip. And here's when I realized that the guy worth the airdrop was running so fast, he was radiated. Okay. And the reason why I came through here earlier was to test and see if there were any crows here. And there wasn't. So what does that mean for me? A free exit. Hurrah. And now I leave with 1 headshot, 1 para, and 1 airdrop. Now, could I have done more if I taken more ammunition? Maybe. But probably not. I still probably would have played the same. But it's just that added measure of you gotta be sure. That added measure of certainty that makes you think twice before you pull the trigger for a maximum or for 4 times. So if you enjoy what you see here, consider giving me a subscription, because now we're on the way to 1,000 subscribers. And that's if and only if this video was released when we hit 750. But if not, then help me reach 750 if you don't mind. Hit that good old subscribe button. Now, since you made it throughout this video, here's your reward. The next weapon you see me use with this 4-bullet tactic, this reserved freedom tactic, will be the H-bar T. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and I'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Until next time, peace.